and thank you for visiting our Members First Team website at www.membersfirst.info and clicking on to this link. My name is Lydia Sabasto, and I'm running with the Members First Team of Sabasto, Watts, Ogno, Cronick, Blinn, Nally, Abel, and DeRay in the 2009 AME general elections. This is our second video in our campaign trail series. We received over 200 emails this past week, and I want to thank all of you for your comments and questions, many of which have been added to our link, Things That Make Us Angry. We should have that link ready to launch soon. Please keep checking back with us. One of the biggest issues affecting our entire membership is our health insurance. I know I'm tired of our union leaders hiding behind the statement, all other 9 unions agreed to this, we weren't the only ones. To me, that means nothing. I want to know about our union's decision. And since the current AME administration always says that AME is the leader in the decisions made regarding our health insurance, because we are the biggest union, as an AME member, I want answers, as I'm sure you do too. What happened to our health insurance? The Members First Team believes it started with our sick time policy negotiated in the last contract. And again, we had to agree to this because other county unions had that policy in place, and that's what County Executive Levy wanted across the board. When this sick time policy was originally explained to us, it was quite different than what it has ended up being. At first, it was only going to be for those who have patterns of sick time, for example, calling in sick every Friday after every payday. But it certainly didn't end up being that. Even though you don't need a doctor's note every time you take a sick day, people go to the doctors and get one, so we're not considered sick time abusers. Let's say you have a cold and you're just not up to getting out of bed. You're sick. But now, because of the sick time abuser policy, you get up and you go to the doctors. You charge your insurance and you pay your copay so you're not labeled a sick time abuser. Previously, you wouldn't go to the doctors. You would just lay in bed all day eating chicken soup and taking over-the-counter medications. Now, every time you feel like this, you go to the doctors. Because of this, health insurance starts to rise. We're going to the doctors more often because we don't want to be labeled a sick time abuser, nor do we want a sick time abuser letter going into our personnel file. That was in 2005. 2 years later, in 2007, County Executive Levy comes to the unions and says, our drug prescription plan is costing us a lot of money. Well, hello, I don't want to be called a sick time abuser, so I'm going to go to the doctors more. And he's prescribing cold medications and antibiotics. So County Executive Levy comes to the unions, and the unions can't come up with a solution quick enough, let's say 5 months. County Executive Levy doesn't get anywhere, so he decides to send out an all-employees memo in August of 2007 that changes our drug prescription plan. My union never informed me of any of this. Now, according to our president, the unions are in an uproar, and so AME takes the lead role and files an injunction and is granted one. We spent approximately $80,000 for this issue. 1 month later, we end up with not only the same drug prescription plan that County Executive Levy sent out in his original all-employees memo, but we also have to come up with ways to save the county $15 million a year. We did get a year extension, no premiums paid on our health insurance, but we have to come up with the $15 million savings for that year too. So a recap. We negotiate a sick time policy. Our drug prescription and health benefits go up, so we're not labeled a sick time abuser. County Executive Levy asks the unions for help. They don't move quick enough. He sends out a memo changing the drug prescription plan. We go to court because we're mad as heck at him. We spend about $80,000 to give County Executive Levy exactly what he wanted originally, and then some, a $15 million savings a year. This makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And now we also have a drug step program that you have no choice but to be in. I don't know about you, but if my doctor wants me on a specific medication right away, who is anyone to tell me otherwise? I don't have time to waste when it comes to my health or my drug prescriptions. Oh, that's right, you can get a waiver. Have any of you tried the waiver process? It hasn't worked for many members. In any event, in 2007, we don't know how we'll save the $15 million per year, but we'll sign that agreement anyway. There were a few of us who asked how we were going to save all this money. We never got the answer, even though our union president had the answer in October 2008. We never got the answer until December 26, 2008, when County Executive Levy sent out another all-employees memo. We never heard a thing from our union, but here's how we're going to save the money. By canceling the health insurance of one of the spouses if they both work for Suffolk County, which, by the way, saves the county $750,000. By increasing copays. By dropping the coordination of benefits. By going to a tri-state plan instead of the nationwide plan, which we originally agreed to. By forcing those who have 10 years in the state retirement system but not 10 years within the county to retire by April 1st, 2009 in order to receive their health insurance premium free. We not only are losing experience, we are losing people, and the members who cannot retire are left doing the work of those who have retired, because chances are this current AME administration will not fight to replace that retired worker, or at least they haven't in the past. And here's another thought for you. The county worker parents who have college kids in out-of-state colleges can't even send their kids to the doctors if they need one, unless, of course, you have the money to lay out for a non-provider. And not only that, say your child has an emergency out of state and needs to be admitted to the hospital. They're not covered. Except for some of the emergency room costs, you will have to pay the bill. And there are no doctors out of the tri-state area on our plan. And what if you go on vacation out of the tri-state area and need to be hospitalized? Forget it. It would be cheaper to have a helicopter fly you back home to the hospital. I could go on and on about the health insurance issue, but my point is that our health benefits were given away, and someone who gives our most precious benefit away for nothing in return may not have our best interests at hand. If there is a monetary value placed on a benefit of mine and you take it away, you've taken away a monetary benefit from me, which is what this union did when it took away health insurance from a county worker's spouse. And if there is no monetary value on that spouse's health insurance, which is what our union leaders have said, then what money is the county saving by doing this? What is the cost of nothing? Obviously, the nothing costs a lot for our members. There are too many questions not being answered concerning everyone's health insurance, whether you're single or married. What's going to be the next thing to be given away? This union needs real leadership that is going to investigate and look at all the ramifications of an issue and present it to the membership to get their feedback on it before we sign off on anything that will affect the entire membership, as the health insurance does. We need the type of leadership at AME that will put the members first. The members first team of Sabasto, Watts, Ogno, Cronic, Blinn, Nally, Abel, and DeRay pledge to put the AME members first. Vote for the members first team and stop the erosion of our benefits. Thanks for visiting us, and check back with us again soon for another campaign update.